everyone, and welcome. My name is Candice Janae, and I am so thrilled to be here with you guys today. I'm teaching all about how to position your course as a high ticket signature offer. So I'm just going to jump right in, share my screen, and we're going to get into it. But while I do that, I want you to pull out your notebooks, okay? Literally pull them out because I'm getting ready to teach you all about really how to position your course as a high ticket offer. And I'm not holding anything back. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Before I start talking about me, let's talk about you. Let's talk about why you are here. Like, why did you show up? And even if you need to pause this or do whatever you need to do in the moment to slow down and ask yourself why you're here, literally write that down. What do you want to gain from this? Because we know that you showed up here for a reason. We know there's a lot on the line for you. Maybe you are building your business, but you know you're really great at what you do, but you haven't been able to really start getting paid what you want. Or maybe you are just starting out and you're trying to figure out how to add an additional stream of revenue to your life, to your business. And I want you guys to be very clear on what you want so that you can get exactly what you expect out of this session. Okay. All right. So as you are thinking of your why, let's transition to you being clear about this slide, right? So I want you guys to really hone in and ask yourself, okay, what do these three different brands have in common between Gucci, Hermes, and Rolls-Royce? What do these brands have in common? I'm gonna give you a moment. I'll give you a moment. Think about it. Think about it. A lot of people may say that, you may try to find a way to be like, okay, they offer luxury goods, and that's exactly it, right? Is that these brands are luxury brands. They are brands that if you show up in the sales room, if you show up in the store, you're already expecting to pay a premium price. You're expecting a certain level of service, and you're also expecting to get exactly what you paid for and this value of this amazing, luxurious experience isn't just in the experience alone, it's in the product itself. And so what I want to talk to you guys about is how do you position your courses really as some kind of a luxury item and as something that will demand that high ticket price point. Okay. So we're going to break it down today. So if you ever like what you hear throughout this, make sure you tag me in it in your stories on Instagram. Mention me, do what you got to do, because you see down at the bottom, I have my Instagram handle. So I love to hear from you guys and hear what you thought about my session as well. So let's get into it. The goal for today is to teach you, my friend, how to position your course as a luxury premium offer. Let's get into it. All right. So, my name is Candice Janae. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a faith-based entrepreneur. I literally love God. I love spreading the word of God. I love really involving God in everything I do in my life and in my business. I have a very interesting story. I worked in corporate America in 2017, straight out of college. I actually have a master's in business with a focus on marketing and accounting. I also studied mechanical engineering in undergrad. I'm a super nerd, but I also love fashion. I love hair. I love beauty. And that's just on Black Girl Magic. Okay. That's what we do. That's how we show up. Anywho, I literally love, pouring into women. I love, helping others grow and learn. And I really kind of created a business around that. I created a business in 2020 that really helped me to go from $0. Literally, I was flat broke, home in foreclosure, car had been repossessed, had been running a business for, at that point, 2 years, and really hadn't been making the money that I wanted to make. And I literally was flat broke, had no money in my bank account, negative bank account situation. And literally in 2020, I was able to go from $0 to six figures in under a year. So I want you to shift your mindset, whatever you think is in the way of, or whatever you think you can't achieve, I'm here to tell you you can, and that it can happen way quicker than you think it can happen. Not only that, I was able to make $275,000, over $275,000 in 12 months time, literally with my business. I also have a business called Epic Fab Girl. I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that. But before I got into kind of the course creation space, I worked in corporate America doing digital marketing technology consulting, and I really kind of worked behind the scenes on marketing and marketing technology that really enables what we see in front of us as consumers. And so, like, that's things like e-receipts, email marketing, text message marketing, all those things. That was a big thing back in like 2014, 2015 for a lot of these major brands. And we as entrepreneurs are now so seeing this stuff infiltrate and be everywhere. But it was a thing a while ago. And so I was kind of in the world when that was emerging. In the world of corporate when that was emerging. I've had the amazing opportunity to partner with so many different brands. I do not just only content creation, but I run different brands, and I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. But I'm a girl from Chicago, y'all, and I currently live in Mexico. Y'all, I live in Cancun, Mexico right now. I'm living the digital nomad experience where I'm literally have the ability to move around wherever I want. And a lot of how I'm able to do that is because I have courses, I have content that can be sold regardless of where I'm at. And that's really why I love Thinkific, and I love being able to utilize Thinkific to really help my brand grow. And not only that, I have a brand called Epic Fab Girl. It's a community for Christian women entrepreneurs. We help them build profitable brands and grow their faith. We have a Go Getter podcast, as well as our Go Getter conference, and we have a Go Getter membership that we also host on Thinkific. So y'all, I'm telling you guys that, Thinkific is really a great platform to use, but we're going to get into really high ticket offers and really how to position yourself to get those high ticket things in place. All right. So a little more about exactly what I do within my marketing business. I help women master their marketing and generate $10,000 plus months in their business. I'm telling y'all, I help women of all types really show up as service providers to really leverage courses as well as leverage their expertise to get high ticket clients to generate $10,000 plus months in their business and become six-figure entrepreneurs. Some of you guys may know me online, some of you may not, but I run a business that is all focused on six-figure marketing. So literally, you can call me the six-figure marketing maven. That's what I do. And we're gonna get into the high ticket signature offer from a course standpoint, all right? So what we're gonna do today is we're going to review the elements of a high ticket course, positioning yourself for high ticket, because there's work you gotta do for people to be paying you the type of money you're really trying to get paid, sis, okay? And then we're talking about how to leverage your course to create like multiple streams of income. And that's something I've been able to do, and I help my clients do through digital courses and their services and products, all right? So before we start, I need y'all to know this, and I'm sure you're gonna hear this all throughout Think in Color, is that you need to be very, very clear on who your target audience is. Like, be super duper clear on who that is. This presentation is all based on the understanding that you know exactly who your target audience is. If you don't know who your specific target audience is, then you might as well just, give it up. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to get really, really clear on that. And I think people talk about niching down and getting very clear on who your audience is a ton, but it's so, so, so important, because when you know your specific target audience for your course, you're able to leverage it even better. And you're able to leverage you're able to position yourself in your marketing in a certain way that will really demand those high ticket prices, because you know your target audience really well. One thing about me is I have a background in marketing and I love numbers. So I'm all about data. I'm all in pulling in, things that actually are factual and using that data to inform marketing, and that data to inform what I'm placing in my course, data to inform how I'm serving my clients. And I think it's really important for you to do your research on your target audience and know them better than anybody else knows them, so that you can show up for them in a way that not everyone else will be able to show up for them in that way. All right. So let's talk about the elements of a high ticket course. Now, when I say high ticket and premium, when we're talking about those numbers, I usually try to say high ticket is like 4 figures or more, right? You're charging $1,000, $2,000, $2,500. I like for my clients to start off at the 1,500, 2,500 range, because I think a lot of times, especially if women of color, now y'all got me talking about stuff I didn't plan on talking about. I think that women of color, oftentimes we have settled for so long, especially when we're working in corporate America. There's not a ton of equity there, and we don't really fight for the wages that we desire. We just kind of settle. We're kind of just like, oh, that is what it is. So we grow accustomed. Now, this may not be everybody, because some people, you know, are a little bit more bold and courageous in certain things and able to demand things that from, you know, institutions that they might not have been able to demand. And y'all, I'm just going to call this my background music. There's construction across the street. So if you hear it, it's background music. So but I think oftentimes, like women of color, we settle and we become so comfortable with getting paid less than our counterparts that when we show up in business, we charge less, because we feel like no one is going, like, because the world hasn't not seen our value in that way before. It makes it difficult for us to be like, well, you know, yes, someone's going to pay that, right? So in our minds, sometimes when we're getting started, we have to work through that mindset stuff of, okay, I'm not going to charge less. I'm providing a ton of value, so I can actually demand charging more. So, you know, really being able to charge 4 or 5 figures for your courses and for your services. Now, there's ways that you can charge 5 figures. You might be like, 5 figures for a course? I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the ways that you can add value and really create multiple streams so that you can charge 5 figures for something that leverages your course. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So before we get into it, make this promise that you're not going to settle for getting paid less than what you know you deserve. And if you don't know what you deserve, start asking folks, okay, how much would you pay for something like this? And when I say start asking folks, don't ask people who are not your target audience. Ask people who really, 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 really have the problem that you're trying to help them solve. Okay. So you might have to do a little digging for that. All right. So you need to choose a focus or a niche, right? So when a lot of times when it comes to creating courses, people think that they need to take people from A to Z. Sometimes you can take people from A to B, A to C, or A to A.5. Okay. So get really clear on what your focus is. You don't have to solve every single problem in their life or every single problem in their business. You can show up for them however you show up for them, knowing that you're going to be very specific and give them exactly what they need. Perfect example for me is I help women master their marketing. I focus on really helping them shift their offers to position them to get those high ticket clients, and how to market themselves on social media with content and with email marketing. I do not teach Facebook ads, right? But I'm teaching marketing. So that's why it's very important to get your niche very, very, very clear, so that you are not creating a false expectation of what people are going to get, and that people know to come to you for that very specific thing. All right. You also want to focus on providing value. So value is, like, I think about marketing. It's a concept that I think about often, is that marketing is really about understanding people and their selfishness. All people care about when it comes to anything they're getting ready to purchase is themselves or the person that they're trying to buy that said thing for. Okay. So it's very user focused. And that's why I think it's really important to really, provide value and figure out what value you can provide from your customer and consumer perspective. The next piece is having student focused marketing and curriculum. So that goes exactly into what I already talked about, is just providing value and really shifting everything to be all about the student, what they desire, how it's going to benefit them, how it's going to change their life, all those things. And the curriculum should also be focused on that. What is their end goal? What is the result that they want? What is the result that they desire? Focus everything on that. Whatever, if you can figure out what that main desire is that they want, you can focus all of everything on that. Okay. So student focused marketing and curriculum. All right. The next thing is All right, I don't know why it's not showing, but focus on achieving a desired result. So that's exactly what I said. Focus everything, your content, your marketing, and your curriculum on your student, but you want to make sure that you focus it on achieving a desired result. All right. So we already know Cardi. Cardi does a good job of standing out on her own, but your course should also stand out. And how you do that is finding ways to really provide value. So I'm going to jump into some of the ways that you can actually provide value through your course content. Once you figure out the course name, the topic, the niche, all that stuff, then and you may come up with the name after the fact, whatever. But I'm going to show you some ways that you can have your course stand out. By adding more value for your clients. So one of the ways that you can add more value for your students is hosting live sessions. Those live sessions could be individual live sessions. Those sessions could be, group live sessions. Those sessions could be anything. Maybe just sessions that are focused on the content that's within your course. Another thing is that you can offer exclusive resources and events. So maybe as a part of your course, there are resources. So one of the things, like, for example, I have a client who, and I'll talk about her in a little bit, she is an author coach. And one of the things that she does is she allows, she helps her clients learn how to write their book in 30 days, like busy women entrepreneurs and busy professionals, learn how to write their book in 30 days. But after they've written the book, they need a publisher, they need an editor, they need someone to design the book cover. So literally she provides them with resources, a resource list saying, okay, these are all the people that you can utilize and you get discounts because you're working with me. And so the exclusive resources and events, that can show up in different ways. The events as well is maybe you have an event specifically for people who are a part of your course. Maybe you have a retreat, maybe you have a workshop, maybe you have a conference that is exclusive to the people within your, exclusive to your students. You can also have a private community. This is really great. This is one of the things that I think sometimes people undervalue and underestimate is the value of providing a private community of like-minded people. That was one of the things that surprised me in a lot of my programs and in a lot of my courses is that, yes, I'm adding all this value, but I'm connecting, people with like-minded people. And I'm connecting women with like-minded people who become their friends, that become their business partners, who become their peers. They end up working together. So that private community adds a ton of value for your students. Also, guides and workbooks. Yes, you can have a course teaching people, but a lot of people think, better when they're writing things out. So maybe you want to have printouts and things that people can either print out or, use as a PDF and write on top of it. Those are ways to add value to your course, as well as hosting Q&A sessions. So this is something I do for my 6-figure marketing Maven course is I have 2 live Q&A sessions monthly to answer questions for anyone who is a part of my course. So basically, they're going to go through the course. I do a good job of teaching them and breaking things down, but a lot of times people are going to have more questions beyond just what they learn. And that's a really great way to position your expertise to your audience. And sometimes that opens up the door for other streams of income for, if someone has a ton of questions, it's like, hey, we don't have a ton of time to answer this. However, I'll give you a high level view, but we can talk about scheduling a one-on-one session and you can add on more, you can basically upsell your clients through that. So these are ways to really add more value. And the last thing is customer experience and gifts, right? So if a student signs up, sending them something in the mail or giving them something exciting, really creating some sort of client experience. And when you're charging premium prices, you can do that because you can build whatever that gift is or whatever that customer experience is into your pricing. And then the other thing is with customer experience, that also looks like, hey, you're going to have a dedicated person to help you do XYZ. There are so many different things that you can do to add value to your course, and that will help you demand that high ticket price point. All right, so this is my client, Nicole Price. She's an amazing best-selling author coach. I just talked about her, and I really wanted to dig into how she has been able to really position her course as a part of her program. So her offer is a 90-day coaching program and course. So basically, what she has as a part of her program is she's going to coach you through writing your book, but then there's this resource that you have and this portal that you have with her course that if people need help throughout the journey, they can reference the course to help them walk them through outside of the live sessions that she has with them. Her offer price point is $7,500. Okay. Now, the thing about Nikki was that she was not afraid to charge premium price points before she came to me. I think her offer was around like 3,500, 4,500. We shifted her pricing to 7,500. And literally, she just recently told me that she made $30,000 in the last 2 months. And she was like, your coaching is unmatched and truly needed for all women entrepreneurs. So I'm just telling y'all this so that y'all know that as I'm giving y'all this tea, this stuff works. And this is how people can how you can leverage your course as a part of a program, okay? And it can actually help you. So you guys, if you want to check her out, I am Nicole Price on Instagram. All right. Now we're going to talk about position yourself for high ticket, okay? When it comes to marketing. Now, literally, I think that marketing is in everything. It's in how we speak to our clients. It's in how we show up on social media. It's in every single piece of thing that we're doing. But positioning is all about what you're saying, and what you're saying is all about your messaging. So this is where it really comes into play to really know your audience and know their pain points, know their deepest desires. Because when you know this stuff, you'll be able to position your course to them as solving their biggest needs. And you want to be very specific. For me, I used to talk a lot about just, helping women build their businesses. But once I shifted my messaging to saying, hey, I help women master their marketing and make $10,000 plus months in their business, I was able to shift the type of clients that I was able to get and how easy it was for me to get high paid clients that were purchasing my courses as well. And so for me, this has been extremely helpful to shift that messaging. And once you shift your messaging to talking to the right people and to be focused on the results that people want, that's when you're going to really see the shift. Okay. So it's in your messaging. Your messaging can show up on your landing page. It can show up in your social media content, in your captions, in your videos, in your Instagram reels. It can show up with your email marketing. It can show up, it shows up everywhere. How are you speaking to them? Anytime you're talking to your customers with your marketing, you want to be thinking about what are the results that they want. And you also want to be thinking about what are their pain points? What are their struggles? What are their deepest desires? These are things that you're going to include in your ad copy, whether it's, on social media content copy, or if you're running ads. So be very, very clear about who your target audience is and really hone down your messaging to them to get very specific so that you can speak directly to their needs and their desires. All right, this is one of my clients, Crystal, K & Co Designs. She's a branding and web designer, and she has branding and web design services. Now, her offer starting point is $10,500. Now, I'm going to bring this up because Crystal shifted her messaging. She had 700 followers on social media when she first started working with me. Once she shifted her messaging, she literally made $16,000 in her first, that says first 2 months of working with me. It actually is meant to say first 2 weeks. Literally in her first month of working with me, she scaled to $16,000 in her very first month. She's made over $250,000 in her first year of working with me. And she's literally now focused on building a 7-figure business. And she's like, what the heck? How am I doing this? Right? But she did this because she was able to shift her messaging about the needs of her target audience, and she was able to demand a premium price point. Okay. So her starting price point now is $10,500, but I think our starting offer at the time, we shifted her to $7,500. And back then, at the time, the most she had ever made in her business in a single month was $2,700. Okay. In a single month. That was like a very good month for her back in the day. Now she's seeing $16,000 plus months. She's written a book. She's done all these amazing things. And I'm telling you all this because it's all in your messaging. If you shift your messaging, your marketing will shift so much, okay? And how you're able to demand premium price points will shift, okay? All right, now let's talk about how to create multiple streams of income from a single course. One of the things you can do is get paid to speak on the topic for events, schools, orgs, and corporations. So you can really leverage your course. I've seen so many people leverage their course by, maybe if you speak somewhere and then allowing, all of the staff or students get access to the course, and then the school has to pay for access for everyone to get those courses. That's a way to, add a ton of revenue to your business. And you can also leverage it just to get paid to speak, and you can funnel people into your course, okay? Another thing is to include your course as a value add for multiple product tiers in programs or coaching. So for example, what this could look like is, maybe if people get your course, it's just a certain price point. So for example, for me, my business, I have my 6-figure marketing maven course, that's $2,500. But if someone does a VIP day with me, they get access to my course. Or if someone gets, if someone's a part of a program that I have, related to the 6-figure marketing maven program, they get access to the course. So it's a value add, and it shows as a space where people can pay me more for my services, but they also have my course as a resource, okay? And then you can also write a book focused on the course topic, and that is a way to generate additional streams of income in your business, and you can also use it as a way to funnel people into your course as well, all right? So how do you turn your course into a high ticket signature offer? You package it, okay? So you put it into a nice, pretty bow. You pinpoint what the heck the focus is, and then you put a premium price point on it, okay? You're not giving away the world, you're not giving away all this value for nothing. We talked about this at the beginning. You need to demand and understand that you can demand a premium price point, but no one's gonna pay a premium price point if you do not put a premium price tag on it. You have to have the boldness and the courage to do it and to get started, okay? Now, if you're not there yet where you're like, I'm not really an expert in this area, or I'm learning, okay, you can start low, but your course should not be any lower than $9.97. I believe that you can start off with courses that are, at that premium price point. And maybe if you want to do a beta group and you want to offer your course to get feedback and all that stuff, maybe you can do a one-time thing for $4.97 instead of $9.97 just to get feedback. But I'm here to tell y'all how to position for high ticket, okay? So if you want those high ticket rates, you really need to demand that premium price point. You also need to put position with premium messaging, right? Premium messaging is focused on the desired results. It's focused on their biggest pain points, and it's also focused on the customer. It's not focused on you, okay? And you want to place it in front of a niche audience, okay? So getting very specific on who your audience is and placing your content in front of them and your courses in front of them so that they know it's just for them, all right? So I want you to take yourself seriously, okay? Take yourself seriously, take your knowledge seriously, and the right people will pay for it, okay? The right people will pay for it. Now, I have a free gift for y'all. Y'all, I'm the person, I love to give free things. Okay, so what I'm giving to you guys just for being a part of this and hanging out with me today is my 6-figure marketing maven masterclass. It literally teaches you how to make $10,000 plus months in your business. And literally, Jalen Johnson says, this masterclass was everything. There are so many nuggets and gems. I know I will need to watch the replay. You can read the rest of that. But all you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram. Just shoot the word think, okay? And you are going to get a message from me, directly from me, that gives you access to this masterclass for completely free. I sell this masterclass for $197 and you get it completely free. So just be careful when you're DMing me. Make sure you only DM me the word think. Don't put question marks, don't put an exclamation point, don't put hi, don't put none of that. Just put think. DM me that and I will send you a special message so that you can connect with me, okay? And get this free masterclass. Y'all, it's free. Okay? So thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you have questions or you want to give me feedback or you want to be like, oh my goodness, this was so amazing, y'all know I want to hear from you. So holler at me, connect with me on Instagram and on TikTok because I love me some TikTok. Show up at Candice Janae. That's how my name is pronounced. It's not June, not Junie. It's Candice Janae. And do me a favor, if anybody ever says my name wrong, please correct them because that's how we show up in our brilliance, is showing up as ourselves and allowing ourselves to be our full selves. So, okay, I have enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. And so connect with me on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on TikTok, but make sure you take advantage of that free gift by DMing me the word think on Instagram. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.